Good morning, Sainers, and welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to Saints TV Weekly for August 26th. It is thanks to Inglewood Coffee Roasters, as always, for sponsoring this series throughout the season. Check their website out at www.inglewoodcoffeeroasters.com.au. Use the discount code and you get 40% off coffee, tea, and chai products. So thanks again for all the support. It's technically Mad Monday. And yesterday was chaotic. We played the Blues, who had their destiny in their hands, and Jack Higgins snatched that away from them with 16 seconds to play in the most outstanding finish to a game I think I've almost ever experienced. That's probably the latest winning goal I've seen live, I think. Yeah, probably. Right up there. It was absolutely nuts. Marvel was going off. Obviously, Carlton ended up making finals because Fremantle couldn't get the job done against Port. But nonetheless, we did our job. We finished the year with 3 straight wins. And that was a grandstand finish if I've ever seen one. So to all the Sainers that turned out yesterday, good on you. It was a hostile environment, but we stood tall and we got the win. My review is out on that, so make sure you check that out. And obviously, my 5 things we learned video was out last night as well. So if you haven't checked those out, please do. Switching to, I won't do injuries because we all know the injury news. We'll go through the 22 under 22 squad. So credit to Naze, he's been outstanding all season. He has notched that up for the 2nd year running. 21 years old. He's been very, very good this season of halfback. And again, yesterday he was great as well, averaging 336 meters gained per game, and he's just growing in just stature and, statistics, really. He's getting more of the ball, he's demanding it, he's using it really well, as he always has, averaging 20 kicks a game. And when someone's as damaging as Nasiah with the ball in hand, to have 20 kicks is invaluable to the team, and no doubt he's just going to continue to grow and grow. And obviously, he's the only Saint in the 22 under 22 squad, which I think it's more due to our early season form, our poor form. But I think, obviously, Philippo, give him a year, he'll go in there. There's so many other players that could sneak in there. Darcy Wilson, a bit stiff, to be honest, not to even scrape the bench there when he's going to maybe be top 5 in the Rising Star. I think that's a bit stiff there, but that's not a pure reflection of, the talent that I think is coming through in the team. It's, it's just one of those things that's, you go, yep, that's nice. But it's not the be-all and end-all. But it's very nice to see Nasiah named in the squad, not just on the bench, but actually in the starting team, which is exciting. Trade news. This is, where the normal season's done now. Obviously, AFLW we'll talk about. He's starting on the weekend, which is really exciting. But when the season wraps up like this, it's the next week or two. There's going to be those tough conversations. Ross is going to have to make some tough calls. The list is going to look very different in a month's time. We're going to churn. We're going to bring players in. Rumors are going to be circulating. Who are we linked to? Are we going to try to trade up our draft pick because we won and we've gone, from pick 5 to pick 7 or whatever? Like, there's so many hypotheticals going on. So obviously, I'm going to keep tabs on that as much as I can for the channel, for you guys to be aware as quickly as possible. But obviously, the news of linking to Dylan Shield, is Zach Jones going to get a contract now that he's performed in the last month really strongly? Tim Membry up in the air. Obviously, the big one being Josh Battle, as he made his call. Ross was pretty elusive in the press conference yesterday, and he just didn't answer the question. Writing might be on the wall. He wanted to run out with his kid through the banner, and that was disallowed by the AFL because it's a non-milestone game, so that was interesting. His body language looked pretty good yesterday on field. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, but Hawthorn have made finals, so whether he makes a call before or after that remains to be seen. But that is going to be the big one, and that will probably dictate more of what we do in the draft based on what type of compensation we do get, whether we can sneak and get a band 1 compensation like we thought we would be getting, or what the rumor was is that Hawthorn's offer wasn't quite as much, and it's going to be closer to end of first round, pick 29 or something like that, which is obviously not ideal. If you get pick 29, I'd rather keep Josh Battle, but it's out of our hands. It's in Josh Battle's hands. So if he wants to go, there's nothing we can do about it. Now, AFLW, very quickly here. Really excited. August 31st. So this weekend, Saturday, 5:05 p.m. So interesting time slot. We take on the Gold Coast Suns at People First Stadium. I'd say get to the game, but it's not at RSEA. But the week after that, we do play on the Sunday at RSEA. Actually, then we have a stretch of 4 games in Melbourne. RSEA, Windy Hill, RSEA. So this weekend, let's get the win. Let's start the season strong against the Gold Coast Suns. Won't be easy, but I think the girls are I think we're one of the emerging teams in the AFLW. I think we're getting that core together. So far, injury-wise, not as bad as previous seasons, so I'm really bullish, especially that midfield core that we've got. A lot of talent in there, so I'm backing them to have a big day on Saturday, and then we've got 4 games in Melbourne, and that's when we go to RSEA. We enjoy sitting on the hill and having, a snag and a drink and enjoying, footy once the weather starts to improve. So hopefully the girls get the win on the weekend, and great to have the season underway. Now to the tipping. Obviously what everyone is staying to this point of the video for. Creature of Routine was winning for the last 8 weeks. Creature of Routine has been pipped by Katie JH1. Katie JH1. I've messaged her. Northern Territory. So your prize will be posted out that way very, very soon. It came down to total margin in the end. So they both finished on a total score of 139. But Katie's margin was 644 versus Creature of Routine's 709. So 65 points over the course of the year closer to the actual margin, therefore being the winner. Obviously, Creature of Routine, I've reached out to send you a prize, so respond when you can. But Katie, congrats. You've won a signed St Kilda Guernsey by the team. So that's not a bad way to go for the season. And to everyone else, thank you very much for joining the tipping. Over 210 of you. I finished 45th myself, so not a terrible, I was 131, 8 off the winner. What was my total margin? 593. So actually I was better than both of them. That's a shame. But that's the tipping. I might do one for the AFLW, so stay tuned for that. But that's Saints TV Weekly Sainers. I'll keep it short and sharp because, as we all know, there's going to be plenty of trade talk videos. There's going to be a lot of draft videos. That's all going to come out during the week and the next month, really. So, and obviously finals football, so that's going to be, I'd say, enjoyable, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it without the Saints in there this year. So, credit to the teams that made it. Good on them. Hopefully next year we can be one of them. So, I'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much, Sainers. As always, go you mighty Sainers. See you guys.